Thanks for watching Outdoors Delmarva. I'm Captain Willie Dykes. We'll be checking in with my partner Mike Parker in just a few minutes. Recently we went on a goose hunt up in Talbot County where the recent warm weather played a big part in our success. Did we get a goose or a goose egg?
I'm just outside of Trapp, Maryland in Talbot County and on a...
Last winter, my buddy Mike Parker went on a goose hunt in Talbot County that turned out to be a Delmarva classic. The skies were full of geese and the shooting was hot and heavy. Harking back to days of yore in the Chesapeake country. It was my turn this year, and I was pumped. We're here at the Eastern Church of God this morning for a goose hunt, and I want you to take a look at the size of this event. Look at the folks out here. Hunters from all over are gathered in the gym to have a quick snack and a cup of hot coffee and get to know each other.
And whenever you're ready to go, you roll.
Organizer Billy Hughes has the job of matching up hunters with their guides for the day. This is the fourth year that you've been doing this, and it looks like it's grown quite a bit. How in the world do you manage an event this big?
Well, the only way we can do it is from the community. Doors just open up all the time with this thing. People call, I'll give you my field, I'll help.
As the room filled up, we got together with our crew for the morning and met our guide, Justin Firth. And I popped the big question. Now, we're going to see any geese?
Yes. Oh, I hope so. I hope so. It is hunting.
The geese have been tricky this year, to say the least. A lot of times they're just trading back and forth from water to water.
First light beat us to the blind, but not by much, and it was a unique design.
I wanted a big blind and came up with the idea of finding an old dumpster. Has turned out to be pretty good.
There were no birds in sight yet as we set the decoys, and the lushness of the winter wheat turned out to be a bad sign. Katie, Justin's retriever, joined us last, and though the sunrise was beautiful, it was playing to empty skies. There was no shortage of birds, but from the random pairs to the flocks in their hundreds, they had one thing in mind this morning.
It's been so warm this year, and the geese are so fat that they're not forced to go out and feed. So they're trading from water to water.
It's a good thing Justin came prepared for a lull in the action.
Fresh oysters in the blind.
We haven't fired a shot so far this morning, but we've been eating venison and goose and jalapeno bologna, freshly shucked oysters, so it's a good day so far. And it wasn't just a good nose and good manners that made Katie one of the boys. There's a real Chesapeake gunning dog.
Good girl.
All of a sudden, the calling took on a different tone, and all eyes went to the patches of sky between the reeds. A bunch of four left the Trap Creek Express and came to check out our spread.
Kill him.
One of the quartet fell victim to the firing, and while everybody was thinking up their excuses, Justin and Katie went on the retrieve. Well, we got one goose this morning for our trouble, so they know we're serious about it, but it was a beautiful morning anyway. Back at the church, a huge group of volunteer chefs were turning out local delicacies for the hungry hordes of hunters. Inside, we found that most of the groups had enjoyed a little shooting.
We did pretty well. The group of us shot 3 geese. It was awesome. We went out and probably had about 4 volleys in and got 5 geese.
The event is a community outreach for the church, and the proceeds fund youth activities and scholarships through the Nick E. Bramble Ironman Foundation. Well, we didn't tear the geese up too bad. We left a few for seed, as they say down my way, but we met some good people, ate some outrageous food, and heard some good hunting stories, all of them the absolute truth. Thanks to the folks at the Eastern Church of God.